yet, but I am live. That's just me at the moment. We'll see if anyone shows up here.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right,
We're
Dad.
gonna go down and eat. Me and Vodka are gonna go down and eat.
We'll find you.
Probably, yeah.
You gotta get up at 8.
Yeah. I think that's what time it said. I'd have to read it again, but yeah, I think that's what time it is. So, yeah. Good night, Dad. See you in the morning. Our last breakfast here on board. Yeah.
I might go downstairs to check.
Okay.
Let's go.
No, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
All
right.
right. To 5, you go down.
Oh. You're on 16 at the moment. Yeah. All righty. Well, I don't see anyone now.
Look out there.
Yep.
It's all this fuck out there. Don't go out there.
No one is on.
Holy shit. Yeah, go on, try it. Nipples may be hard.
All righty. Hey, someone came on. Good. So I am actually in my sweatshirt with the hood on because, hey, Ryan, it is actually cold out here. Um, it's like, I say cold, 69, but there's a big wind chill that feels like 55. That is not what you want to see on a cruise. But I did say that I would do this, so I'm putting on my hoodie and doing this for you guys so you can see what this ship looks like at night. Hope you appreciate it because this wind is no joke. Although at the moment it's okay. So there up there is that basketball court, the sports court. But as you can see, they kind of have things lit up. Down there's that surf side where it's really nice for the kids, which I don't see any kids out there right now. No surprise. But you can see how pretty it is with all the lights on. I don't think they got any of the, uh, oh, what do you call it? The slides going. I think those are kind of closed for right now. But anyways, oh, hey, Davey. What's up, man? Good to see you. Sort of online anyways. Yeah, I just wanted to show what this ship looks like at night. I can head towards the back. The wind's not hitting me at the moment, but I was before I came out here. That wind, I could hear the wind howling, and as I'm walking towards the back, I am kind of feeling it come up a little bit stronger. I'm surprised some kids are still playing some basketball up there. Youth. That's nice. Anyways, I'll show you kind of the back here at night too, and then I'll head up a little bit towards the front to see what it's like. But go ahead and take a look here. Let's see what if they got the infinity pool lit up or not. It's probably closed at the moment, but I really think it's really nice back here at nighttime. Being able to look out, yeah, they got it closed. I'm not surprised, but to be able to look out, see that ocean, is really nice. They do got it lit up here. That's kind of nice too. So if you wanted to, I'm not going to do it right now, but you could go. I can zoom in and go sit over there and just kind of look out at the back of the ship and look out at the sea and just kind of enjoy the evening air. Right now, because the temperature dropped and it's uh, really windy right now, not many people are doing that. But that's fine. Um, but yeah, if you could see, like during the day when I showed it earlier, I mean, this was just buzzing, hopping with people. It's really nice, but at night it looks beautiful too. So let me go ahead and continue walking on and show you a little bit more. Maybe I'll go down there. Central Park. I'm thinking show friends. Central Park is really nice too. You can kind of get an idea again what it looks like down there, Surfside with all the kids. Hello, welcome. And there's the mini golf course that no one's playing again right now. It's probably not the best weather to play with how windy it is and how chilly it became tonight. But you can still play even at night. Just grab the stick and ball and have some fun. They don't really, I don't think, close it down for you. And then there's the big water slides that they have here. So many of them. I never tried them. And then here you can get like something to eat, burgers, hot dogs, chicken tenders, pretzel bites. It's pretty good. All this is considered Thrill Island. It's all part of that. It's pretty fun here. And then down there, I'm going to continue walking on the other side real quick. I think on the other side, it could be a little windier. Put this down for a moment here as I pass through. Can't believe the week is over and we got to go home tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. But anyways, okay, here we go. Coming out on the other side. This one here, I was hearing the wind. Okay, yeah, I just gotta, you just hit a wind. All right, back ship is not too bad. But here in the middle, pretty, I don't know if you guys can hear it at all. Not sure. But yeah, that wind is howling. Okay, so that's Central Park down there. Lit up really nice. It's a tight time. Walked through it yesterday, sat down. They had some live jazz music. It was really cool. Hopefully my phone don't blow away out of me. But they have everything kind of lit pretty nice back here too. Dark. If you want, I can go down there and walk through it. You guys just give me like a yes or no if you'd like me to do that. If not, I'll just show it. What activity have? You have mini golf. You have a basketball, soccer. They have rock climbing. There's like a little adventure course zip line thing that they have. Mini pools and hot tubs. They have like it's called Flow Rider, where you can. It's basically like surfing. And then down below they have stuff for the kids, like a merry-go-round and things like that. So quite a few little activities, and then plenty of eatery, bars, ice cream stands all over the place. Can you hear the wind? Just curious. All right, a little bit of retreat. They have they have a sports bar and grill that has some games in it too. I went the wrong way. Yes, you can. Okay, yeah. They have a little slide here. I've never gone down that slide. It's probably closed now. Yeah, probably be something I could have done, but I didn't do. This is Star of the Seas. Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. Their newest ship set sail back in August, so it's only, I don't know, half a year old, something like that. Here's one of their many ice cream stands. This guy's always here working. Appreciate him. Here's another view of Central Park, which I'm going to head down. Give it, although maybe I could show you Aquadome. Anyway, see what that looks like here at night. Aquadome is real pretty. Oh, they have some ping pong tables over there, which usually someone is always playing, but tonight probably not because it's so cold out. Well, I mean, so cold as regards like for a cruise, anyways. Not like it is back home where it's what, probably 5 degrees. Where all the people, they're probably inside where it's a lot warmer. It is a fun ship. Actually, a lot of stuff. Oh, there's somebody playing. Yeah, it is a very fun ship, especially for kids. I noticed this is a very kid friendly. Stream myself going down the slide. I definitely would have, but the slide was closed. Or else I would have done it because I didn't get a chance to do it at all. Let me go ahead and show you guys Aquadome. See if anything's going on there. They usually have they have their aqua show here, which is amazing. I don't know if it doesn't look like they got anything going on. They may have already done a show, which is fine. I could at least show you the dome. See what it looks like at night too. They have a nice view up in the front too. Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of cleaning up, but they have an aqua show that goes on here. You actually get people like jumping off up there into the water below, and then they'll like come out of that door, but they'll swim underneath and kind of pop up. Remind me of mermaids, actually. It's kind of it was a heck of a show. One of the best I'd seen at sea. And today I saw they had a live performance of Back to the Future. It was a musical, which I didn't know what kind of songs to expect. And the songs were fine, but they did a phenomenal job with that too. They actually had a DeLorean on stage that they were using, which was quite amazing too. I'll give a I won't go through the whole thing, but here's over here called I think it's called the Lookout, where nice little quiet area where you can sit, have a drink. So that bartenders, that might be closing up by now, but it's kind of quiet area. And then of course they have plenty of windows so you can look out and see yourself saying right now it's kind of dark, but you can definitely see that there's a nice view to be able to look at during the day. Nice place to chill and have a drink and be able to just kind of rest it. It's a little bit more quieter. Other areas can be a little louder with either music or people talking, kids running around. But there is kind of a little bit more of a quieter place. So from here, I'm going to go down a couple levels once I get to it, and we can take a quick walk through Central Park. I showed it from up top, but we can kind of go through it so you can see like what it's like to walk through it on ground level too. But all in all, this has been a very nice trip. Been enjoyable to be able to see. Food's been very tasty. Definitely enjoy this trip. So I'll show you how the elevators work. So from here, you just pick where you want to go. I'm going to go to 8. And then from there, it'll assign a letter, which is J. That's this one right here, right behind me. And if you have some sort of disability, you can hit that too, which is nice. Be able to do that. And then from here, I don't have to press anything. It already knows that I'm going down to deck. And you could push, open or close whatever. What's the best food you had on the ship? There was this warm chocolate cake I had last night at dinner. That was, of course, I love sweets. That was probably my favorite thing that I had. It was absolutely delicious. Probably would have had two if I hadn't felt bad that I think I've gained a few pounds on this ship already. And then also I had a cookie sandwich too during lunch today. First time seeing it. I was like, what? This has been here the whole time? Yeah. Anyways, so those, but I'm a sweets guy, and their steak has been pretty good too. I have not eaten here, but I heard Chops Grill was amazing. That they made the delicious steak that's like on the buffet every night, and in the dining room. My friend said it made it taste like it's like an old boot. Like that's how good this was. So. Anyways, but here's Central Park. Up there, those are actual cabins, people's views. You can get a balcony from up there and be able to look down here. It's not as expensive as an ocean view, which is kind of nice, but you still get that feel of having a balcony. And there's other different. There's like a sushi place, sushi and ice cream, which I think is always an interesting combo. They have a bar here, plenty of bars here. But as you can see, at nighttime, it's really nice. It's a little breezy, but not as bad as it was up there. You can look up and see, like, I mean, that must have took a lot of work to be able to make that happen, along with all the greenery that they have around here. If you were to go here and go down, you can go to the Royal Promenade, which is actually kind of nice too. Uh, I'm trying to think at nighttime. I mean, it's lit up, but it's not like it's lit up like what you're seeing here. Yeah. So, anyways, they also had a little cafe in this area too, which had like sandwiches and food, things like that to eat. I don't think it's open right now, but you can walk here. Oh, okay, the wind's starting to pick up. I don't know if you can hear it. I didn't know it was a ship. I would think you were downtown of a nice city. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the purpose of this. Like this ship is so huge. It's the biggest on at sea. Uh, and they really did a great job of making this look like a city. It's really like a city on water. Now, yesterday I had some live jazz music. Those are opening up. That was pretty nice. It doesn't look like they have that going on today, which is I thought it was nice. I didn't stay and listen to it, but I listened to it for a few minutes. I thought it was really relaxed, and it was a much more relaxing night last night. With the wind wasn't as strong, it wasn't cold. They had that going on. We sat and listened for a few minutes. I don't. And what's really kind of cool is if it is raining here, let's see if they have it. They do. You actually can borrow an umbrella and take it, use it, and go drop it off at the very end if you need to. So that's kind of interesting. So that's Central Park. If it's opened up, I'll show you Surfside. I know we saw it from the top, but I'll go on ground view too. And it looks like some people are over there. As you can see, kind of cold. So the girls are stone that they were called. They're Surfside. Really, really well suited for kids. Um, if you're a kid at heart, you might like it too. Jason, if you jump out and scare a random person, I'll subscribe with Gabby's account. I'll try. I will definitely try. See if I can scare someone. They might be. I'll just tell them I'm putting them on YouTube. That might scare them too. Anyways, they have an arcade here. Again, you might like this type of thing, even if you're an adult. As a kid, I would love this type of stuff. But I remember when I was younger, arcade Simpsons and X Men and games that had levels to go through and stuff. Now it's kind of these types of games, which they're fun in its own way, but not really my thing anymore. Yeah, I might get punched in the face. Yeah, that's true too. I wouldn't be surprised. Last day, people might not want to be scared. This is Sugar Beach, up my alley. I didn't buy anything from in here, but this definitely is something that you can see all the candy and sugar. Something I absolutely love. Look at all that. It's like being at the bowling store. And they had, I think, like a humongous gummy worm or something for the size of that thing. Yeah. Kind of, like I said, right up my alley with my sweet tooth. Even though I didn't get anything. There's plenty of free options too. Like a lot of over there, right? There's an ice cream station. There's plenty of that. All the, like little eateries would have some free desserts there too. I didn't feel the need to have to buy some candy. That's called the Splash Zone. Again, kids flocked here. Um, you don't have to really swim. You could just like splash around in the water. It's off right now, but earlier they have it. Uh, Still lit up pretty nice, and a good view. Right now it's dark, but that arcade is sweet. As the arcade included is a separate cost. Separate costs. They're all you got to pay for. In the sports bar and grill, there were a couple games that were for free. There was Donkey Kong. There was Pac-Man, and then you also had like a pool table and foosball and Connect Four that were free down in the sports bar and grill. But the rest of the stuff, yeah, you got to pay for it. Okay, moving on. So that was the back of it. I think you can see it. And in the daytime, it's really nice. But again, they have it kind of lit up pretty here. If you take a look up, more of the cabins that are actual balcony rooms, but they're a little cheaper than the ones that look out at the ocean. So if you want a balcony without having to pay as much, you can look in here if you'd like. I mean, you can have this view if you'd like. This one had a little bit of food. It's closed now, but they also had a little bit of sweet treats too. There's an eatery over here. That's where I found the cookie um, sandwich. I was like, wait, this has been here the whole time, and I'm just now finding out. Last day, man, that was delicious. Yeah, it looks like they're closing up soon. Really well suited for kids, but again, if you're an adult, you can find some good things with it too. What has been your favorite thing? Food. Oh, you know what though? Oh man, Back to the Future today, the musical. That was incredible. That was an incredible play. I'm not gonna lie, and they had a big cast too, which was amazing. Torque, the Aqua show. I went through the Aquadome. That also too was an amazing show. I don't know if I could put one above the other. They were both different, but they were both amazing. So that, and they've had Back to the Future playing in the cabin on a certain TV. Like, is a dedicated channel to Back to the Future. They just play one, two, three, one, two, three, just back and forth on a loop. So I've seen a lot of Back to the Future. Um, and I didn't think they could make it into a musical, but they did. Added some songs, and it was composed and written, the play that they did here, with like some of the original people that made the movie. They were part of it too, which was, I thought, kind of cool too. So yeah, I would definitely say one of my favorite things has been that and Torque. Their ice show was nice. It was called Soul, but Torque and Back to the Future musical were definitely my favorites when it came to that. And then eating and the food, which I've definitely ate a lot. I'm gonna have to go back home and diet. Anyways, any other questions? It's actually not that cold where I'm staying right now, so I'm happy about that. And I got my sweatshirt on. So, what kind of shops are there? They have. Uh, well, I don't know if you saw back there. I can go back to Central Park, and I can actually take you down to the Royal Promenade to show you the shops if you'd like me to. They've got your. Did I go on the wrong one? Oh, yeah. Sorry, can you go back? They have stuff for watches, jewelry, perfume. They have handbags, souvenir shops, that type of stuff. What would you recommend? For what? Recommend what? Like food? Specifically, would you like? Would you want me to recommend? Or for the answer on that? For people, I would say just come. It's been a great experience. There's a friend that is with us on this trip that was like pulling teeth to get her to go on a cruise. She was scared of going on cruises, didn't like things that were oversized, didn't like the ocean, anything like that. Not sure how we got to do it, but we did it. Oh, boy, here comes the wind again. And now she's having a great time already talking about coming again. All right, here's some shops. So this one is Regalia. They got fine watches. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's still open. Someone's in there, so I guess it is. But here's just one of the shops here. This is in Central Park. Omega, I think it's still part of the shops. Looks like they might have some bags in there too. So they got that. And from here, I can even kind of go down to the Royal Promenade and show you the other shops that they have too. So beautiful here. At night, this is so nice with the greenery and the lights. I think they do a real great job of making this beautiful, making it homey, really cozy. Nice ship to be on. Really nice ship to be on. It's so big and yet it's not that difficult to manage and go through as well. Hey, there's more umbrellas too. Need it. All right, here. Let me take you to the Royal Promenade. I can show you a few more shops. What route is the ship taking? So we left out of Port Canaveral. Our first stop the very next day was at Coco Cay, a perfect day at Coco Cay. And then from there, we had a day at sea, got to hit St. Thomas and then St. Martin. And then we've had 2 days at sea. That was our itinerary. This here is the Pearl Cafe. It's open 24/7. And they have little snacks, little desserts, places you can get something to drink. Uh, they have a worker here. She's very lovely. Her name is Steffi. She's right there. She's here like all the time. I've never seen her not be here. This thing's open 24/7. Anyways, and in this area, this Royal Promenade, up top there's different places you can sit and have a drink or listen to some music. Down below they have more shops, in addition to bars where you can sit down too. There's a Starbucks. Yeah, echoes here. This little thing that I'm under here, like a little ball or whatever. Um, would you recommend it for families or couples? Definitely for families. Couples can get enjoyment out of it too, but I definitely can think this is very geared towards families, especially family with kids. So you have Starbucks here. Go back to that. This is Royal Caribbean's, like, I don't know, swag store. I don't know if it has a name or not, but as you can see, like T-shirts and all kinds of stuff that has Royal Caribbean or Star of the Seas on it. Out here, they got some stuff on sale, like jewelry, watches, a little bit of hodgepodge of everything. So you can see that. Across the way, they've got what's called the collection, a bunch of handbags. Yeah, it's coffee, less coffee, specialty coffee. That place upstairs in Pearl Cafe also has specialty coffee too. So this has different handbags. And then over here is Sorrento's, which is their pizza place. This is open till 3 a.m. Their pizza is a little bit more on the lighter, crisp, thinner side, but very good. They have usually like a cheese, a pepperoni, and then another special of the day kind of thing. Um, so if you get a hankering for something, you can come down here, get some pizza up until 3 a.m. or Pearl Cafe, even at night. They have Effie, I think that's how you pronounce it. Their jewelry uh, on board. Pizza, yes. Pizza's very good. So yeah, they have a bunch of different jewelry. Here's their perfume. As I walk by, it smells very nice. And I like nice smelling things. Some people might be sensitive to it, might not care for it. Could be a strong scent, which I get, but me, I love it. Across the way there, so that's some of the to answer that question from before about what kind of shops they have. You get an idea what they have as regards that. Up there is dueling pianos. You got a couple of people playing the piano, singing. Down here is karaoke. So this is the Royal Promenade. They have had things here where it was like a parade or dance parties, which were fun. I'm not a humongous dancer, but I did come down and kind of peep out my way around a little bit for some of it. Uh, a little lively. You come in when you come on the ship too. This is where you come in at over that way is where the gangway was. So you come in here and immediately you're in this environment when you get on board. Is it worth the money? Yes, I say so. Star of the Seas is a little bit more expensive, obviously, because it's a brand new ship and you've got a lot of amenities with it. But I think it's worth it. I've enjoyed it, and I think Selena has too. She's sad about leaving tomorrow. I'm sad about leaving tomorrow. Don't feel like leaving, but life goes on. You have to do it. Anyways, and then Ryan, for you, look at. I want to show you this. Look at that, buddy. Messi. There's your boy. Got a jersey of him with Royal Caribbean. What are the pros and cons? The pros, I mean, the food has been unbelievable and very friendly service. A lot of stuff to do, especially if you're for families. Cons, some of the cons, something like I would say, not humongous things, but you have to like make reservations for certain things. And if you don't have the reservation, you're kind of uh, out of the, I don't want to say the word out of luck with it, but yeah, you have to, not going to be able to enjoy it. Um, you got to kind of navigate through that a little bit, which can be kind of frustrating. Like with the shows, they were amazing shows, but I had to have a reservation for them, and there was a little bit of snafu getting that. I had a reservation, then it got canceled, and I couldn't get it back, and then we got to see Back to the Future today. Took all the way up to the last day, and you can only really see them once. Once you booked one and seen it, that's it. They don't let you do it again. Um, so you got to kind of deal with that. Not everything is free. I mean, there are some like that zip line thing I had mentioned before. You got to pay like $40 for it. Ice skating, you don't have to pay for ice skating, but again, it was kind of hard with the reservation. Some of the specialty restaurants uh, aren't included. The Starbucks isn't included, so you got to pay for a few extra things here and there. But that's kind of typical on a lot of cruise ships. And then depending on what kind of like I don't mind the big ship, but if you're someone that likes the smaller ships, they then that might be a con for you. Did you have a formal night? Yes, we had two of them. One was last night, and one was on Tuesday, the first night, and then not last night, but the night before. They even had like an all white night. I thought was kind of like a formal night, but it wasn't. Um, that was that was kind of nice. Everyone was dressed up in white. But here's the thing: they're very lax on it. So if you don't have a fancy dress or something like that, they're not going to scold you for it or kick you out or anything like that. They're actually very laid back with it. But a lot of people did dress up. What's the weather been like on this cruise? It's been very warm up until today. It's very nice. Everything has been very warm, especially what was it, St. Martin? It was like 80s. It was hot. We've had some nice warm to hot weather and sunny. A little bit of clouds here and there. It was only up until just now coming back. We're getting closer to getting back to Florida. Has it just been super windy, and it dropped the temperature down to like with the wind 55. But the weather's been it's been beautiful, and I know back home it's been like 0 degrees, so it was nice to get out of there for a little while and be able to enjoy some nice warm weather. Is there anything else that maybe you guys didn't see that you would like me to show you? Because I'll be happy to if you want me to, or any other questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Yes. Okay. The ice rink. Okay. Let me go see if it's all right. Let's head towards the ice rink, and through it you'll see the sports bar. Um, yeah, it's like has it been smooth sailing? Any rough seas? I would say a good 90 to 95% has been smooth, and there's been like maybe 5 to 10% that we had a little bit of choppy waters, and we could kind of feel the sway a little bit stronger. But for the most part, other than that, it's been very smooth. Okay, I am walking my way towards it, the ice rink that is. And whether or not it's open or not, I don't know. But I can at least show you where it's at. And if it is, cool. I believe it's over here. What am I? 6? I think it's on 6. Sure, it's on 6. Yes. Okay, good. All right. Let me turn you around here. Show you where I'm heading. There's Surfside. How about that? There's Adventure Ocean where you can drop off your kids, let them babysit them for a bit. There's some more shopping, some sunglasses, some bags. To answer that question from way before, here's Playmakers, the sports bar and arcade. Here, if you want to, you can buy like chicken wings. Kind of have like it's almost like Buffalo Wild Wings. Almost, you have the games on. You can watch the games. Some of the games you have to pay for, like there's skee ball and basketball. But then other things like me and Selena played some foosball. That was complimentary. I don't think you have to pay anything for the pool. There's Miss Pac-Man and Donkey Kong over there. I saw Connect Four around here before. So you got some free games. I think I forget what this game is. Shuffleboard. I don't think you have to pay for shuffleboard. I think that's another one that is free too. All right, and then you head back here. So you go through there, and here's the ice rink down here. Boy, I don't know if they'll let me. All right, guys, I'm gonna try. Hopefully, I don't get yelled at or in trouble. Sounds like the show is going on right now. See if I can just give a little peek for you guys. I'm gonna be quiet. The show is called Soul. SOL. Means sun. Kind of funny. A nice show about the sun. Yeehaw! All right, so that was the ice rink. Like I said, they're really like strict about like the reservation thing. Maybe after the show starts, maybe they're a little bit more lax. I'm surprised I was able to just walk in. Had that been before the show, I don't think I would, because they have to like show your card and like scan you. Do they have any open time on the rink? They do. Actually, they do. But not always. Because sometimes I think they're practicing, other times they got the show. But yeah, they have dedicated times that you can go out there and skate. I think they only do a certain amount of spots because obviously not everyone can go out on the ice at the same time. And they only have so many ice skates to rent out. I don't think it even costs you anything to rent out, but you only have so many ice skates to go around. I try, but again, with reservations, it's one of my pet peeves about this place. Every time I tried, it was like, nope, sorry, unavailable. Okay, I guess I'm not doing it. So I never got to go out there. I wanted to. I got to go there and take a look while other people skated. So yeah, you'd have to go on and they give it to you for about like 20 minutes. I think that's like, if it's like from 1 to 1:20 kind of thing, and then they'll have you come off, and during that 10 minutes they get the other people ready, maybe even resurface the ice kind of thing. So that was the ice rink and um, the bar and grill. Nice place to catch a game. We were watching some of the football games from last Sunday there. And like I said, you could purchase wings and stuff. But there's plenty of free food. I didn't feel like buying any wings. Show us what you think is the best place on the ship. Okay. Let me go back to the elevators. It'll be up front. It'll be the other way. A week later, still trying to remember where you're at and where to go and everything. So right now they got some live music going on here. You can see it. No, I'm sorry. Let me turn it around. This is a Schooner bar. Bar there. Is that highway through people? So you go from one bar to, I don't know if they'll let me through this way. I have to go back down and around. You get food, room service food to your room? No, you can. I didn't. Um, ever since I've noticed, ever since COVID, turn around as I answer this question. Ever since COVID, they've kind of changed some things, and they're trying to. Here's how I try to recuperate. Walk off the food, yeah. They try to recuperate a lot of money that they lost during COVID, and one of the things I noticed they did is they start charging for room service. They didn't really do that before. Room service used to be or whatever, whatever, no charge at all. Now they start charging for room service, so I'm like, now I'm good. I don't really buy a lot of food when I'm on a cruise ship because there's so much free stuff, and I've already paid enough to get on the cruise to begin with. I don't feel like buying more, so it's very rare if I buy more food. Let's see here. What part of the ship was your stateroom? Up front. So I'm actually heading. Let me turn you around again. I'm actually heading towards the front of the ship, going this way. I see that the Royal Theater is open. Not sure what they got going on right now in there. It might be like a comedian or something. Um, but I'm heading towards what I thought was the best place. It's going to be upstairs, towards the front. It's near the Aquadome. Let's see. What are they doing? Earlier, this is where I saw Back to the Future, the musical. Might be like a comedy show. So again, I'm going to put 15. Tell me where to go. G over there. Kind of interesting. It took me a little bit to get used to that, but for the most part, for being that this ship has like 6,500 people on it, you would think that it would take forever for elevators and it would be overly crammed and difficult to maneuver around. It actually hasn't been. I think the longest I've waited for an elevator was maybe like 5 minutes. That was it. Surprisingly. I was actually very pleasantly surprised with how many people there are on the ship and how easy the elevators are. Got both J and G on the stream. Yeah, that's true. All right, so we're up here at 15. I'm gonna turn you around again. So remember Aquadome? Yeah. So next to Aquadome, and someone asked me one of my favorite places here. This was called the Aquadome Market, and this thing was open till midnight, so we're good. I'm not going to get anything. I've already had a pretty big meal, but I like that they had all these like little eateries that were complimentary. This was one of my favorite. This is creme de la crepe, which they have four different crepes. One is just a basic one, but then they also have salted caramel, strawberry, and Nutella or hazelnut and bananas, which I think that's also Nutella. Hello. Um, Very delicious, nice, friendly guys. That thing's always busy too. And so they had that. And then here's this is my Thai. This is Thai food, which I've tried it once, but not what you think. So when I came, I asked, I was like, is the vegetable pad Thai spicy? And they said yes. I was like, okay, well, never mind. And then I was like, well, what about the grilled lemongrass chicken? That's spicy. They're like, yeah, a little bit. And I was like, okay. Is the spring roll spicy? They're like, no. So I got spring roll, and she gave me like six of them. Hello. Yes. And so that's the only time I've tried the Thai food. But Selena loves it. She's like, I may even get that later on tonight if I'm hungry again. And Walken loved it too. All right. So this is Pig Out Barbecue. Good old barbecue food. Very delicious. So you have the option here. You can use as your base either like a sandwich. You can get bread as a sandwich. Or if you want, you can have your base be macaroni and cheese in a bowl. And from there, you can pick a protein. There's beef brisket or pulled pork. I chose the macaroni and cheese because I can get a sandwich anytime. And I actually chose both pulled pork and the barbecue brisket, and it was very tasty. And then from there, if you wanted to get anything on it, if you want to have a side of chips, you can do that too. Sorry, guys. as I almost back into somebody. So this was pretty tasty. And then over here is the feta Mediterranean, where I got a gyro. You could get either chicken or pork. And then there's also have like falafel, and they've got some kind of what's the other thing? Rice, I want to say. Yeah, herb rice. So one of those is the base, and then you have other things that you can put on it. I had put on tzatziki sauce and feta crumbles, but there's other things if you want, garlic sauce or hummus. And then finally over here is La Cocinita. That's a guess. Where they had some empanadas that I had tried earlier before, as well as this sweet corn. I want to say it's arapis. I think I'm saying that correctly. And that was pretty good. I didn't try the Cuban sandwich, but you could get that, chips. And all this is complimentary. You can get whatever you want as much as you want. Yes, food. Love the puns. I know. Oh, there's quite a, there's some puns, and they got like all kinds of like little funny sayings. Like one of the things when we were at Coco Cay was like, "Don't jump off the bridge into the water; you'll scare the mermaids." And it's just stuff like that. They have like little funny sayings. But this is one of my favorite places, and maybe because I have a sweet tooth and I love these crepes, and these crepes were quite delicious. Um, and I like the fact that it was just some extra stuff to be able to enjoy without having to pay for it. Yeah, it was like one day I'm going to try this for lunch, and one day I'm going to try that for lunch, and the next thing you know, you got something in addition to just going to the buffet all the time. All right, so that's one of my favorite places. Again, next to the Aqua Dome, which I didn't. Besides the Aqua show and maybe one other like little show, I didn't really spend a whole lot of time here. And then front, I really did like that view up there. Right now it's kind of dark, but that view up there, I should have done that a little bit more. Why should people go on the cruise? I think people should go on the cruise because it is an awesome way to escape reality for like a week and to be able to just let other people pamper you and to be able to just enjoy food, enjoy beautiful scenery, enjoy having fun, being able to relax, not worry about anything. Let them take care of you for a week. You gotta, even if you have a good life, which I mean, I don't think I have a bad life. I think I have a good life, but even with having a good life, it's nice to get away for a while and get away from like cold or snow or work or whatever stresses you have in life, and be able to just come here and see different creation. I really appreciate like St. Thomas and St. Martin were both beautiful, and it's like, man, this world has so many beautiful places to look at, and I wouldn't have been able to see that back in Michigan. Michigan has its own things, of course, but it was nice to be able to do that. And then another thing I was thinking of, like, and so many people are talented too. Like some of these shows that I've seen, whether it's a comedian that could also juggle, whether it's singers, dancers, or here, which we had all these like um, swimmers jumping off high dives. It was, just, we have so many talented people. It's pretty amazing. I would rate the Star of the Seas out of 10. Oh man, it would be a strong 9, I would say. It's hard for me to give a perfect score to anything or anyone. That's why I don't say 10. Because there's always something that could be improved on. I've mentioned Collins earlier. So yeah, but I mean, it's definitely up there as like, it's one of the biggest and best ships out at sea. Well, it is the biggest. So there's nothing bigger at the moment. They probably will eventually make something bigger than Star of the Seas. Yeah, which is amazing to think about. Um, but yeah, it is definitely the biggest. And then best would just be, I mean, everyone's going to have their personal preference in best. Someone might find something that's smaller to be their best. It's kind of, but it's definitely by size and by capacity. It is the biggest that is at sea right now. So, yeah, I'm going to give that a solid 9. Definitely. Great question. Great question. Any others? This is kind of fun. I have never done anything live like this before. And so when I just tried it out last night just to sample what it would be like, someone suggested doing a review of the ship. And I was like, okay, I was a little nervous about it. And I did it earlier. And then they asked me to do it at night to see what the ship looks like at night. And so I'm like, all right, I'll do it again. So I was a little nervous how it would go, but this is kind of fun. So I'll be happy to show you anything else or answer anything else. If this ship is not for them, what else could they do? So if the ship is not for them as regards they want something smaller, there's plenty of options. If you're talking about size, yeah, there's plenty of smaller options, more intimate cruises. And And there's some cruise lines that are like super intimate too. The live stream was a great idea. Thank you. I appreciate that. How long are you at sea? This was a week. So we go back tomorrow. We started last Sunday. So Sunday to Sunday. Some cruises are maybe 3 or 4 days. Other cruises are 7 days. Some are 10. They have all kinds. The longest I've ever done was 10. I've never done anything longer than that. Not through I didn't want to, just haven't had the opportunity yet. But like if I ever do a Hawaii cruise and it goes out of LA, that's like a 15-day cruise. It takes like 5 days to get from LA out to Hawaii. And then you got 5 days ish around Hawaii and then another 5 days to come back. So that takes like over 2 weeks to do. But I just haven't done one of those yet. But yeah, going back to the if this ship's not for them, what else could they do? Yeah, there's it's kind of rare to get this big. They're not all this big. So medium-sized ones kind of are like around the maybe 4,000 around people. And if you need any smaller than that, you got cruise ships that have like around 2,000. And then you got some that the cruise line itself is geared for smaller, like Azamara. They're only like maybe a couple hundred people on board, that kind of thing. And I know of one river cruise that I met someone at a show once. It was a travel agent show, and theirs is like 4 people. I mean, that's how intimate there is. You get like you and someone else, and maybe another couple or something, and then you've got like a few staff members, and that's it. Like a captain, a steward, a chef, or whatever. There's like 10 people on board all together, kind of thing. So you could get really intimate with it if you wanted to. I've never sold anybody on that, not just because no one's ever asked. So, but yeah, you can get anywhere as small as that, up to some as big as this, where it's like 6,500 passengers. You prefer a Caribbean cruise or a cruise to Alaska? I would say Caribbean just because I like to get out of the cold. But they're two separate vacations. Caribbean cruise is fun in the sun, getting out of the cold, enjoying the beach, enjoying the warm weather. Alaska is beautiful scenery. You're going there for scenery. There are some things to see scenery wise on a Caribbean cruise too. Palm trees, the beach, those can be pretty scenery. But when you go into Alaska, you're looking at glaciers, you're looking through the mountains, the Denali Mountains. You're going there, you're seeing whales. You're taking in the land, the sea. You're not going there for fun in the sun. So they're two separate vacations. But preferably, I'd rather get out of the cold and be in the sun. If I had to choose between the two, it's like 51-49. There's the percentage. A slight little edge will go to Caribbean cruise. Both are great. They're just both different. So in a way, it could be like comparing apples and oranges. But if I had to choose, yeah, I'd give the slight edge to Caribbean. Great questions. I love this, by the way. If there's any others, and if not, that's okay too. So tonight, just to kind of give you a little rundown. Oh yeah, hey, great seeing you. Thank you so much for doing this. So just to kind of give you a rundown of tonight, what I got to do. I actually got to go back. Now. I just realized what the time it is. I have to get my bags out by 10 o'clock, and it's about 10 minutes too. So yeah, so when you finish your cruise, what you got to do. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, I'm going to. You get all your stuff packed up, ready to go, and then from there, they give like little bag tags. You put them outside, and the cabin stewards come and grab your bags, and then the next day, when you depart in the morning, you're able to go find it at like their version of luggage claim. So I got to do that. So I got to go, guys. But thank you so much for coming and joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it, took something away. And if it's something that you ever want to do, whether it's this ship or another ship, let me know. I'll be more than happy to book it for you. So anyway,